I am just someone who was having another transmission issue when I decided to try Instant Shudder Fixx. It has worked for me so far, but you cannot take my blog or this vlog as direct advice nor hold me accountable for anything that goes on with your vehicle. This video, as well as the other videos covering Instant Shudder Fixx, are an honest account of my experience with it. I am not paid by LubeGuard, Instant Shudder Fixx, or anyone else for making any of these videos. Okay, we're gonna find out right now if this stuff is gonna work. I found a shop where the guy said that he'll put this in for me. We're gonna be able to inspect the vehicle, see if it has any leaks or anything like that, and then we're gonna put this in and see what happens from there. So this is what you want right here. Is it going in?
Yeah, going in.
All right, just left the shop. There is the mileage on the odometer. It says you gotta drive 20 miles at least. So let's see what happens. There's no way this stuff could work that fast. There is no shudder yet. And the vehicle seems to be shifting better too. Really strange. Unbelievable. How could that little tube, this stuff, go in there and give me results this quickly? I'm in disbelief right now. It's October 11th, which marks the 3-year anniversary of me getting this vehicle. 500 miles to go before hitting 30,000 miles with the Instant Shudder Fixx. So this is definitely gonna be a milestone week. I should hit that 500 miles between now and Friday, which is gonna mark 1 year since putting the Instant Shudder Fixx in the vehicle. Yeah, it's not gonna be a problem at all. All right, it's October 15th. 90 miles to go. 90 miles before I hit 30,000 miles with the Instant Shudder Fixx. Does it really matter at this point? Well, to me it does. Okay, 140,000 miles. All we need is 343 miles, and we'll be at 30,000 miles with the Instant Shudder Fixx. You want it, you got it. There it is. We have made it. 30,000 miles with the Instant Shudder Fixx. All right, now that I'm in a little bit of a better mood than I was yesterday, I'm going to summarize my thoughts and how I feel about Instant Shudder Fixx and the future of this limousine business running Ford Lincoln products and General Motors and stuff like that. First of all, throughout all of the mechanical issues that I've had with cars over the past 3 decades, I have never encountered any solution like Instant Shudder Fixx. To me, it is unbelievable what has happened by using it. I'm still in disbelief. While I have read all through LubeGuard's website and done the research that I needed to do or I felt necessary to figure out what Instant Shudder Fixx does, I am still completely in disbelief. I cannot wrap my head around how putting that little 2-ounce bottle in this transmission and not doing anything else. I didn't change the transmission fluid. I didn't do anything else. Just don't understand how that was able to stop this transmission that was it was bound for the shop. I mean, really. I mean, I had taken it to a couple of different shops and I was about to pull the transmission out before I put that stuff in. So I am very happy that I did not have to do that. But this leads me to another thing. I've had a lot of comments on here. People are like, well, if you didn't drive a Ford Lincoln or GM or any of that stuff, you wouldn't have these issues and you wouldn't be complaining. Well, and by the way, just for the record, I've never driven any Chrysler vehicles. I hate Chrysler. I hate them with a passion. I hate them, hate them, hate them. I'll never buy their cars. And I can say never, because I will never do it. For me, the town car turned everything around for me. The Lincoln Town Car, the first Lincoln Town Car that I put on with this business, it was the best car. Honestly, I want to say it's probably the best car I've ever driven. The next town car I got was a total and complete nightmare. I basically rebuilt that vehicle. And I felt like this was gonna happen if I didn't do something with the Instant Shudder Fixx, because this vehicle here It gave me peace and tranquility for about 6 months, and then it started giving me all these little weird quirks and issues. I can't recommend the Lincoln Navigator to anyone. Now, I still recommend the Lincoln Navigator over the GM, like the Yukon or the, any of those, the Suburban, Yukon, Cadillac Escalade. I still recommend the Lincoln Navigator over that. Now, I have not seen or have not driven the new Escalades or the new GM lineup of SUVs. I hear they're amazing. However, I've also heard that people have been bringing them into the shops left and right. They've been having issues with them. So, you never want to go with the first iteration of something. So anyway, there have been issues with the first models of this new style. The interior is phenomenal. I mean, believe me, I was sold on that, and I was like, I'm going to go that route. But for these guys, I feel like I've done it 3 times. I've been doing this kind of work for a long time. After the year that we had last year, 2020, and part of this year, I am really, really burnt out, and I don't think I want to do this anymore. I really don't. And if I'm going to continue to do it, I'm going to do it in a vehicle that is not stressing me out all the time, coming up with issues, breaking down, giving me fits. I just can't do it anymore. So with that said, I'm going to continue to document my journey with the instant shutter fix in this vehicle. But once that runs out, if it does, if or when it does, and I hope I can come back to you guys after 40,000 miles, 50,000 miles, 100,000 miles, I hope I can keep coming back to you guys and telling you, hey, this stuff is phenomenal. It's still working for me. I'm not having any other issues. But the sad truth is I am having other issues. So I do have another issue that's going on with this vehicle that the instant shutter fix cannot help me with. But hopefully I will figure that out and keep this car running for as long as I need to, because it does need to pay for itself. In a way, it has paid for itself, but it needs to give me 2 more years of service. And I don't know, just now passing the 3-year mark with it, doing over 100,000 miles with it, I don't know what the next 2 years are going to look like with the Navigator. I have no idea. It could be bad, it could be good, who knows. But I know one thing, once again, and I know I'm sounding really redundant, this is going to conclude my journey with, American-made cars. I'm just over it. I'm going to go back to Toyota and Honda. If people don't like it, so be it. All right, I want to thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, following me on this journey. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to have another update on this particular subject at 40,000 miles. Until then. All right, we're back to trouble again. Felt the shutter for the first time, like I really felt it. It only lasted for a couple of seconds, but here we are, back with the check engine light. Well, I'll be plugging up the blue driver, see what's going on. Okay, I just walked out of AutoZone and got another tube of instant shutter fix.